Happy New Year and welcome back to Hold My Lens Cap. Now, if you're following our channel, then you know that we are quite heavily invested in one product for all our accessories, and that's Falcam. We love their products. They keep surprising me, and that's why I was really happy when end of year they sent me a package with some of their new goodies, which I'm going to show you guys. And on top of that, they agreed to do a giveaway. So stay tuned, stay till the end of the video, because I will tell you how to enter the giveaway and what the prizes are. So let's go. So those of you who don't know Falcam, it's a Chinese company creating accessories, various bits and bobs to camera gear. They have three systems. F22 is the smallest one, it's mostly for accessories like a screen, handlebar and whatnot. The F38, which is mainly for mounting the camera on tripods, but you can get some accessories with that as well. And finally the F50, which is the big heavy load mount, I would say, which is compatible with the Manfrotto mount. F38 obviously compatible with Arca Swiss, which is 38mm wide. So if you follow our channel, then you know that one of the first Falcam product we reviewed was the cage for the A7IV. That was the V1 model, which had F22, F38 compatibility and the full cage around the camera. Now that had a little issue on the top. It was just a little too tight here, so when you had a flash or any accessory in the hot shoe, it had a little bit of problem to access it properly, and sometimes it didn't lock in properly. Falcam addressed this issue on the V2. They also added the F50 compatibility, but mainly kept the same design. A little changes for more ergonomics, but basically that was the big difference between V1 and V2. More place here and F50 compatibility. In the meantime, they also released the half cage, or as I call L plate, and this one is the older model, so it still has only F22 and F38 compatibility, no F50, but it's just basically what your normal L plates are doing. They're all great with these separate reviews of these. And now we have the V3 installed on our A7IV. So this is a complete redesign, because V1, V2 was, as I say, just small changes, but this is a complete redesign. If you look on the V2 and the V1 as well, you can see that the top bar is like a continuous bar going down on the side. With the V3 they did a different approach, so now you can see that the controls are fully accessible easily, and the sidebar is removable as well, so if you don't need this side, then you just remove it and you still have the full cage compatibility. So it's a really great addition, really great design. It gives you a bit of metal grip here, so it feels really secure. It feels really nice. Same as before, you have full access to the batteries. You have the F22, F38 and F50 compatibility, F38 and F22 on the side, F22 on the top, one cold shoe, and on the side you have this sidebar with F38 and F22 compatibility. You can remove it, and what I like is a great idea that this one attaches here into this eye ring where you normally put your strap. So here we go. It's keeping everything that was good before, just a bit of redesign for easier access for the buttons here on the top. And this I like this new addition that the cold shoe is a bit slanted, because when you had like a Godox or Rode microphone here on the top, it was just very small space, or no space here. But since this one is slanted, if you add your microphone here, then it's not disturbing anything. It has all the space it needs, even if you're using a bigger one like the Holland & Lock Max, which we just reviewed. So stay tuned, because we're gonna post that video later. Now, what I love about Falcam cages, beautiful design. That's the first. Second is usability. As you can see that they don't cover the side area, so you can have all the access you need here, unlike other L plates. So it's a really great addition. Even without a handle, you can still hold onto this, so you have like this two-handed operation just with the cage. You don't need any handles. Obviously it has all the accessories, handles, monitor holder, everything you want. I can show you, like this one goes on this side, and I have one more top handle, mushroom handle, the other side handle. Ha! So you can see that there are lots of accessories coming out, and more released over time. So I'm really happy that we invested in this system, because the accessories coming out are really great. I mean, you can have anything, like I'm using on the top, I'm just using sometimes my phone because it's easier, you know, than carrying a bigger screen like this Atomos Ninja V. This one is like a Magic Arm with F22 compatibility. Then we also have this one. This is basically converting an F22 into F38, and it has like this, I think it's called Rosetta, for accessories that you don't want to turn. Like you probably had that you screw in like a Magic Arm, and then when you put the weight in one way, then it just flops. So this prevents that. Also we have, here we go, this little accessory that basically put on an F22 and you have a nut or rail on the top. So you can see that there are lots of accessories that are coming out. And we also have one of my favorite, that this little F22, I just clip it on the side, put it in place, tighten up, and here we go. I have a follow focus system. So easy, and that's why I like Falcam, because it's just so easy to use, so quick to use, and literally you can transform your gear from one to another in seconds. You go from gimbal to handheld in seconds. You go on follow focus. It takes literally seconds to just remove it. So the F22 system is really great, and this little cage is just equipped with everything you need. So I really like the cage, and this is a really good addition. Although there's one thing that I would say, you know me, I always find quirks, that the access to the switch button on the A7IV is not so easy now. So if I want to switch between photo and video, because there's just very little space here, I find it a little hard. I have big chunky fingers, keep that in mind, so Alyssa has no problems with her tiny little Filipino fingers, but my big Hungarian sausages just... The Hungarian sausage could be... well, never mind. So I already said it. So that's the cage. As I said, I really love it. It's really nice. And then there's another cage, that this Rotator Cage. I put it on. That's why I have these cameras here, because all have a different cage. This one is Falcam's Rotator Cage. Basically, the purpose of this one is that you can go quickly from horizontal to vertical without needing to recomposition. So you just put it on the tripod, and if you want to recompose into vertical, you just slide it, and you don't need to adjust, because on a ball head, let's say, the camera will have to go like this, so it will move, and you need to readjust the composition. It's not always ideal. This is supposed to sort this problem. Now I know that there are lots of accessories like this, lots of these rotator ones out there, but Falcam holds one thing up to its sleeves. It has a modular system, so you can take this front element and you can just remove it, so when you're traveling around it's more light, it's not protruding that much, so easier to move around. Because let's be honest, the real estate here on Sonys are not the greatest, especially this one is an A7 II, so an old model with very small grip, and if you would have like this constantly on, that might be a little in the way. But again, this one, if you put it on the camera, then you gain one F22 on the side or the top. If you rotate it, on the bottom you have F22, F38 and F50 compatibility, and on its own it has the F22, F38, F50 compatibility, so you get, and obviously Arca Swiss Manfrotto compatibility as well. So you get a lot from this little rotator cage. It's really great if you want to travel light. It's really good for that. I love it if you don't want a cage, but occasionally you want to put on a handlebar or top bar, anything, or you just want to shoot photographs that are in horizontal and vertical as well. So shooting videos, again, if you shoot a video for, let's say, YouTube, you shoot in horizontal, you want to do a quick shoot for Instagram in the same time, you just rotate it, put, and there you go. You have the top handle and everything you need. So it's a really great tool. Adds quite a lot to your creativity, and you can reverse this one if you don't want it to go out a bit. Now, main concern that with some of the chunky lenses, it might not be wide enough. My chunkiest lens, I think this one is the Samyang 35-150. It's quite a big, heavy, chunky lens, but it works perfectly, it fits perfectly, so I don't have a problem. Now, there's one thing that you have to keep in mind, that this is not a lens collar. Okay, so the difference between this and the lens collar, that when you put the lens collar on the lens, then the collar holds the weight of the lens, and the camera, the mount holds the camera weight. Does it make sense? With this one, it's still connected to the camera, so when you mount it on, then this holds the camera weight and the mount holds the lens weight. So if you have a big heavy lens, then a lens collar might be a better choice. But again, I almost dropped it. But again, it's just a matter of preference. I don't have any insanely heavy lenses, like my friend has a 200-600 Sony. That's just a nightmare. I'd hate that lens. Not because it's a bad lens, just insanely big and heavy. That's it. For me, it doesn't work to carry around, especially if I have my trusty little Olympus with a 100-400. Whatever. Now, so that's the rotator mount, a really great addition that you can take it apart. I think that sets Falcam different from the other brands, so it's really great. I love it. I use it on my A7 II. So now the last one is this little cage. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like a cage. It looks like a kind of like a starfighter. Anyway, silly me. So this, when I first saw it, I wasn't impressed. I'll be honest. It was just okay. It looks like a very niche product. But then I started using it, and I found out that how great this thing is, how versatile this thing is, and how much options it gives me. So, and just look at the size of it. It's lightweight. You can take it anywhere with you all the time in your bag, and anytime you need, just take it out. So on my Micro Four Thirds, I have one F38 plate. That's all I need. And anytime I need, I want to use like a cage or something, or for filming, for example, I can just open this up. So you can see it's a foldable cage, and slide the camera in, top handle, let's say, and the side handle. Here we go. There you go. It's ready to shoot. Especially with the Micro Four Thirds, Olympus has a really good stabilization. Crappy autofocus though. But yeah, this one is just makes things so easy. Honestly, when I started using this, I just realized that how much I love it. And I think that's what you need. Just start using it and you will see the greatness of this little cage. That's not all. Because there's one thing that when I shoot with the flippy screens, then I always run into the problem that the flippy screen is just in the way. I can't have it around my hand. That's why this cage just solves the issue. I can't show it to you guys on the A7 IV because that's one of the things that happened end of last year. We were shooting outside, someone's playing football and kicked the camera, so the flippy screen broke. But look at this. Isn't it amazing? Honestly, isn't it great that you just have it here and here we go. So easy to use, and it works well with the A7 IV. Anything, it's compatible with the cages, so it's just, this is what I need. This is not the thing I want, this is what I need. because so many times I had this issue that when I'm holding the handlebar here, the screen has to be like in this shape, and I'm afraid that it will break it off, as it happened. So this way, it's just not in a way, it's so easy. So yeah, this is just a game changer for me. It's really easy to use, really, and you can see that I can hold the whole camera weight is fine. So it's just a great addition to my tools, and I can't emphasize how small it is, how lightweight it is. So when you're traveling around, it's a really travel friendly gear. But again, if you're shooting around with a gear and you have a flippy screen and you run into this flippy screen issues like I do, then this just changing everything for you. Yeah, so I think this is a game changer. This is just the best thing from Falcam so far. It really blew my mind. I really love it. It's just insanely good. So I highly recommend you guys getting one if you're investing in Falcam system, and you should. Last year we reviewed the neck straps from Falcam, like this one I'm using, the very comfy big one. This is the new Maglink system. If you haven't checked our video on that, then just do it, because we did stress test the system, seeing how far we can push it. We had deer swinging on one of the neck straps, held up by only the Maglink, and it was like perfectly doing the job. So you can rely on the system, and it's just so easy to use. So that's why I was really happy to see that now we have these wrist straps. They're really great. You just put them on, tighten it, and how cool is that? No, seriously. This, I just accidentally found this one out, that there's magnets here and obviously a magnet here, and you can just put it on and strap it on, and when you want to use the camera, then just, here we go. I don't even have to use my hands. It straps on straight away. Come on! It's amazing! I love it! I can do this all day. No, seriously. A little practice, and here you go. This is just mind-blowing for me. And because many times when I use I like to use wrist straps, because it's just much easier than a neck strap. And many times my problem is that when I'm not using the camera, like let's say we were on an event and there was food served. Then when I'm eating, I had to take it off, put it down, and then I forward it. One of the kids picked it up. Oh, what's this? And went around, and there you go, it's gone. Now this one, I don't need to take it off. It's not in a way. It's not coming off. You see, so it's just there. And when you need it, you can just almost. There you go. You can just grab the camera like this. This is so cool. Now seriously, this is amazing. It comes in 3 different colors, and obviously it's safe. The Maglink, again, just check our video, see how we tested it, and you will see that we have full confidence in this Maglink system. And the fact that you can just leave it here it's like almost like a fashion accessory, like Falcam. So you know, it's just great. Absolutely amazing. I love this one. And there are different colors. There's this army green and I don't know, metal blue, and there's the last one which I couldn't find, but does the same like this strap here. So you have 3 colors. It's just great, amazing. And if you have Maglink, and you should, because it's the best system out there in my opinion. It's better than the big design, much more easier to use, much more light profile, so it's just everything that I want. Also, it has a trick with the A7IV screen, which I can't show you now because our A7IV is broken. Here we go. So yeah, this is just the perfect system for me. So again, Falcam did surprises with this. I wasn't excited until I started using, and then I just got more and more excited. When I first found out that this, you can just put it on, I was like playing with it for hours. It looks really nice, very fashionable, like with a nice leather outside with the Falcam logo here, and the texture of this is quite smooth, quite soft. I had it on for a whole event, so I had it on for like 3-4 hours, and I didn't have any issues. With some of the other materials from one of the other brands, well-known brands, I had to remove it constantly because I had itching and I just was uncomfortable. With this one I did not experience that, so probably the material is more smooth, more silky, I don't know. But great choice, really good addition for anyone who investing in the Maglink system. And again, you should, because it's just great. It's very quick to use, very safe to use. So yeah, I love it. Now the last thing what I want to show you is this backpack clip. But before I introduce you this one, let me have a little story time. So first I used the Peak Design one. Now obviously many of you probably using this one, and it's a great one, except the problem is that it rattles a bit, very loud, so I didn't really like that part. But apart from that, it was great, does the job, not a problem. But then I started using F38, so I started using, because this one is only compatible with the Peak Design plates, which I didn't really like, because when I had like a cage on the camera, then I had to add one Peak Design mount as well, Peak Design plate. So that made things a little bit complicated. That's when this came in. The Falcam one, I used this one for a while as well, because this is F38 compatible, so it's compatible with my cages, compatible with most anything that has a F38 plate. And since I'm using F38 on many of my tripods, it made sense to have the F38, so I had this one on. But there was one thing with both Peak Design and both the Falcam V1, when you have a heavier gear, then you can feel it, because they have like a quite large metal plate footprint, let's say it that way, which if you have a heavy gear on your backpack, then it will pull your shoulder and eat your way into the shoulder. So after like hours, so don't get me wrong, if you just have a stroll in the city with lighter gear, they do a good job. But if you're hiking from morning to the evening and you have all the gear on the back, then you will start feeling that this, and the Peak Design as well, eats its way into your shoulder. So that's why I was really happy to see this new version. Now, I'll be honest, when I first got it, I looked at it and I was like, okay, how does it work? So I tried to install it, just opening up like the clamp, you know, and then trying to figure out where can I put my strap or anything. One thing about me, I never read instructions. And this time I should have, because that would save me from lots of trial and error. But finally I realized then how to use this one. Basically, you just have this little string which is attached to this plate, and your backpack strap goes between these two. Now, it's brilliant. I have to say that this idea is just so amazing, because now this is all the footprint that I have on my shoulder, between my strap and my shoulder. So this, I didn't feel it. I'll be honest, I was out shooting birds for like a half a day. I had my 100-400, I had my different gear with me, so I had quite a heavy-ish backpack, and I didn't feel a thing. This one was there, just all day, didn't feel a thing. It did a really good job in this. This clip holds one more thing about its sleeve, not just it's having a smaller footprint, but it's very versatile. I have this Langley backpack here. It's a really great one. Don't ask me for the model, it's here. So this one is a quite nice big backpack, and the reason why I grabbed this one, because the shoulder strap on this one is quite wide. So you can see that it's like very wide, so if I try to put on the Peak Design, it's not fitting. It just cannot fit. Same applies to the Falcam V1. They're too narrow. They go on all our backpacks except this Langley one, because it's just, well, it has to be, it's just too wide. The screws are not far enough. Now this is where the Falcam one comes in picture, because this is the only one that we can put on, even on the Langley one, even on this wider area. It's not gonna be easy, so don't get me wrong, it's still a little bit of struggle, but this just shows the versatility of this clamp, this little mount. I will show you in a second how to put it on a different angle or B-roll or whatever, but basically you have to just pull this string, and there are like 3 different steps here where you can pull it, and come on. As I say, it's not easy, but once it's in, you see you can adjust a little bit. It's still not locked in fully, so I can just adjust like when I want it, a bit further up or down, like just slightly up. Yeah, feels good like that. And then once it's closed, it's there, it's secure, it's not going anywhere. It can take a heavy gear, like here we go. I'm not sure if, yeah. And here we go, it's just there. And absolutely no footprint between your strap and the shoulder. Ours, you can carry a gear, you will not feel, unlike with the Peak Design or the first Falcam, where it will just eat your way into the shoulder and you have some redness, pain, whatever, things you don't want. So I'm not saying that these are bad, they are great, but not for long hikes. It's just my experience. It's probably because I'm a bit bigger, so I have a bit more material here, right? Now there's one more thing that I really like about the V2 of the Falcam. It's basically the locking mechanism. They redesigned the whole locking mechanism, and on top of that, that it's not just compatible with Falcam, but look, this is a Peak Design plate, you can see. And it's compatible with Peak Design or any square Arca-Swiss plate, I think. I haven't tested, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's compatible with the Peak Design. That's a really great addition. So if you have like Peak Design plates all over, and you have your system in Peak Design plates, you can still use this Falcam because it's just compatible with that. And that's going to be your first step towards Falcam products, and you will change soon. Anyway, so the great thing about locking it in, that with other ones, the Peak Design and the Falcam as well, that basically when the camera is in, then you have to fiddle with this, trying to turn, and then you might not lock it properly. So the locking mechanism was really hard to access, because once the camera is here and your body is here, the camera is here, there's just very little real estate to play with, so it's not ideal. I never really had confidence in the locking mechanism. With this one, I can pre-lock, put the camera in, and there you go. It's locked. And when you want to unlock, you just unlock and take out the camera. It's easier if you don't have to hold the backpack, but I don't want to set the strap because it's aligned for Alisa, and I don't want to go there, that she needs to realign it. Sorry. So as you can see, this little backpack mount, and if it accidentally opens up, it's still not falling off. So it still holds, the two systems are separate. So it's just amazing. It's just really good that I really like that there's nothing eating in my shoulder, no pain, but all the gain. So it's just amazing product. It's really well thought. Now, you might have the concern, like I did. So you see, this is how you take it off. That because it's technically the string is what holds the weight, but it's the same string that used on the Maglink. So it's like heavily reinforced, and basically we tested this string at 40 kg, I think, where it didn't really snap. It just the whole thing came apart. 40 kg we're talking about. So when you're going to put camera gear 40 kg on your shoulder or around your neck, never. So this is a very reliable system, and if it wears out, you can have spares. So it's not a problem. You just have to use these two screws, and if you have any confidence issues, let's say that something cut into it or damaged, whatever, one comes in the package, but I'm sure Falcam is selling it separately. So reliable. I have high confidence in this gear. I have high confidence in this little string material. I would trust my gear on it anytime. And I do, because I'm using this every time I go out. I have this one with me, I have this one with me. So yeah, I just take all these small Falcam gears, and because they're just great, they're just usable, they just do the job so well, and have these little extras like the small footprint of this one, or this is just amazing. It's so easy to use. So now let's talk about the part that most of you are waiting for, and that's the giveaway. So basically we wanted to do this as a Christmas giveaway, but unfortunately we had some issues with running into the camera broke. I broke, I had a 100-day cough, so I just came out of it. I completely lost my voice. So here we go, now it's 2024. Let's start the new year with new gear giveaway. So the first, the big prize, what they agreed to is one setup like this. You get a cage. If you don't have an A7IV, don't worry, they have other cages as well. So just go on their website, have a look, see what they offer, and then let's see if you have the cage for your camera. And also one top handlebar, one of these rotating monitor mounts, and one side handlebar, and also the brand spanking new Falcam backpack mount. So these all together, that's the grand prize. And to be honest, I really love these cufflinks. You know how much I love it. It's just fun, it's really good, really stylish, and I want you to have one. So I will convince them to give one. Well, now they have to do it, so one more of these. Okay, so we also give 3 other winners a bit smaller gifts, which is one of these, the foldable mount, and one backpack mount. So that's a good way to jump into the F38 system and see how good it is. So I hope you guys will love these ones. And hey, you need an introduction to Maglink as well, so one of these as well. Sorry Falcam, you didn't agree on this, but now you have to do it. All you have to do, we don't want to complicate it. Obviously, if you subscribe to us, if you follow Falcam and do all these things, give a like, whatever, it's always appreciated. But we don't want to force you to do that, so all you have to do is just leave a comment below, and then we will choose one random comment picker online, you know, and that will give us the grand prize winner and the 3 runner-ups as well. So all you have to do is just leave a comment, say which product you like. You can just tell me off for having a messy table by the end of the video, but it's just so many accessories. Or you can just say anything, like what you want to see, like what kind of accessories you expect in the future, what's your opinion about the F22, F38 or F50 system if you're already using it. So any comments are welcome. Obviously don't leave nasty comments, because if you win, then the whole world will know that you're whatever. So have common sense. So we will pick the winners in about 2 weeks time, so make sure that you check back like end of January, early February, and we'll see if you are one of the lucky winners, and then we will finalize how to contact us and everything. So make sure, easiest if you just subscribe, isn't it? So that's it for today. I hope you guys as much excited about these items as I am. I love this one, it's just so amazing. And this, that's what I love about Falcam. Okay, let me just tell you about Falcam. So why I love Falcam is this, because they are innovative, they think outside the box. Their products are not just stylish but useful. So they usability and design, often you have to choose between either usability or design, but the Falcam products are looking nice and reusable. So they managed to get both, have both usability and both design. That's one thing. The other thing is that small touches like the magnets here, that just makes things easier, you know. So all these, and they listen to their customers. I have a direct contact with Falcam, obviously, and anytime I suggest something, they listen. I know they listen, because we were talking about the footprint, the shoulder pain, and here we go. Now we have a smaller one, not just because of me, obviously, but because they listen to all their customers who were saying that, yeah, I had a little pain on my shoulder. As I said, I had it with Falcam, I had it with Big Design, I never had it with the Falcam V2. So this is where I see Falcam as the best brand to invest in, because I know that they will listen to me. I know they care about me as a customer, and it's just so rare these days, let's be honest. Most of the camera manufacturers and accessory manufacturers, they just don't care. They just give you the product and use it. Oh, yeah, but I have this problem with it. I don't care. You know, so this is why Falcam is my number one choice for accessories, because constant innovation, thinking outside the box, and listening to the customers. I think these three, and on top of that, design and usability goes hand in hand with Falcam. So here we go. That's my personal opinion. Yours might vary, but I just love these products. I genuinely love their products. That's why I'm really happy to all the time review. Anytime they have a new product, I'm like, can I, please, can I? Because it's just mind-blowing. And as I say that so many times, like when I first saw this, I wasn't much excited about it, but when I start using their product, I just find out the small hidden extra usability options that they hold. Like with the screen out, I can have an extended arm out here. So it just makes Falcam for me the ideal product to invest in. It's just the brand I love and the brand I use. I wouldn't say all these good things about them if I wouldn't be happy to use them on a daily basis. And you can see that everything we use now, we have a lot of I can't wait for them to make one of these so I can just replace my tilter with theirs, because I know that there's gonna be something extra, something great, something just fun and good design. For example, the reason why I choose this tilter, because it has this lock. The locking mechanism is just better than the ones that clamp over. You see, it's small things, small ideas, small thinking outside of the box things that really buys me. I don't know about you, leave a comment below so you will enter the giveaway. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys love the products like I do. Don't mind the mess, sorry, I'm a messy guy. So those who enter the giveaway, good luck, and I hope to see you next time.